by the Board of Aldermen, 28-1. The one who voted no is in jail now, but that's another story. The Board of Education voted for that moratorium. They called for a citywide plan for everybody to sit down and figure out what to do with the future for the best of what's for our children and the taxpayers. That's what democracy looks like. This is not what democracy looks like. We're turning over the rock and watch what climbs out underneath the rock. So my union is proud to stand with parents and taxpayers. We will fight. We will not give up. We're going to fight for the St. Louis Public Schools, and we're going to fight to make charter schools accountable. Have clear governance. Take care of their employees and the children in the schools. Make them accountable. Because this really is
on the board of opportunity trust right here. Let's get Keith. Let's the board president. He's one of the biggest sellouts.
Roaches and rats and bears. Keith Williamson.
So this really is all about democracy and following the money. Look at their 990s yourself. See what they're really all about.
Right.
Check it out for yourself. Do your own research. Follow the money. Who's Eric Scroggins?
A grifter.
A grifter who is the CEO of Opportunity Trust, paid for by the CEO of Netflix, is one of the people who donates to this thing. Netflix. Follow the money. Reed Hastings is his name. He gives hundreds of thousands of dollars to Governor Parsons and other people in campaign contributions. There are 11 lobbyists that work for Opportunity Trust. Is that what democracy looks like?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
This really is all about democracy. Thank you for coming out today. And you know what I saw over this building? A little bit of blue sky. Do not give up. Don't give up. We always have hope. If we stick together, we are more powerful than they are. Thank you.
That's right. Thank you.
Good job. We have representation from the League of Women Voters.
Yeah, I think the rain is stopping, so we'll see if my page of notes can stay in one piece for a few minutes.
All those roaches and rats that kick.
So I'm
Roaches and rats.
Oh my!
Roaches and rats, oh my.
I'm going with the greeting. I am co-president of the League of Women Voters of Metro St. Louis, and we oppose the expansion of charter schools.
Thank you.
Let me talk about a couple of the reasons why. First of all, our population is declining. Not just students, the overall population of the city. Now, some of my colleagues in the League and I, we've been following the work of the City Charter Commission, not charter schools, the City Charter. And they had an excellent presentation recently on the demographic shifts in the city. The largest demographic group that has been leaving the city of St. Louis, do you know what it is? It is black women with children.
Whoa.
And there are many reasons why people would leave the city. We heard some of them just now. Schooling is just one of them, but we don't see that the charters that are already here are doing anything to keep these families in the city.
Right.
And you know, St. Louis Public Schools has had to close some schools because of declining enrollment. So how can we be considering opening new schools? These charter schools, they seem like they come and go. Some of them do not stick around a long time. I think we've seen maybe 2 of them already this year close. So what makes someone think that we have room for more? Our Board of Aldermen, they passed the resolution a couple of years ago, non-binding, unfortunately, but they supported the moratorium on new school openings in the city, and I'll quote from it. "We fight over a declining population of children and a shrinking pool of resources. It makes no sense to dilute that further."
That's right.
The other objection that we have is there's a lack of transparency and accountability to the public. These charter schools, they're funded by public dollars, but they don't have to play by the same rules as the public schools. Now, my kids were grown and gone before I moved to the city of St. Louis, so I don't have a student in the system, but I am a taxpayer. And I would like to know how my tax dollars are being spent. And I have a say in how those tax dollars are spent with the St. Louis Public Schools, because I can go out there and I can vote for or against a school board candidate. So the League of Women Voters, we strongly oppose the expansion of charter schools. We encourage all of you to tell all your friends, get the word out there. And I thank you all for coming out here on this rainy and gray morning. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you to all of the speakers and to all of those who are standing in solidarity. To all of those who are standing in solidarity with us this morning, we are going to wrap everything up. We can take any questions if anyone has questions from the press, anything like that. Otherwise, we have a lot of work to do, and the time to get started doing that work is now.
I got one more fun fact just to follow up with the League of Women Voters. Since the year 2000, more than half of charter schools have closed in the city of St. Louis. More than half of them have closed. Opening and closing schools is not the answer. The answer is to sit down and have a citywide plan that's comprehensive for everybody, including private, parochial schools, a conversation about how to do this where it makes sense. But just randomly opening and closing schools because Maxine Clark wants to or Eric Scroggins wants to makes no sense. There's no accountability. There's no clear governance or transparency. It's about democracy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We would like to encourage everyone to follow our social media pages, Save SLPS. Save SLPS, and that is for St. Louis Public Schools. We have a Facebook page and SaveSLPS.com.
I like this from the little girl. This is from her. Miss Madeline? Say a few words, beautiful.
Please, Madeline, if you're willing.
She said her presence should be felt strong.
Yes.
And that's good. That's good enough.
She's for
All right.
real.
All right. We applaud her and all of our students. Okay,
Turn it
so
over. It's upside
we will wrap up.
It's
And
upside
thank
down.
you so much for coming this morning. Have a great rest of your day.
Yes, thank you.
Can we do one group photo?
Yeah, group photo.
A group photo in the room? Well, gather.
Hold on, take a picture.
Okay, black and brown school.
I just have to ask for
I appreciate it. Thank you.
What were you asking?
we have to ask their side of the story.
Exactly. I hear you. It's
Watch this school bus. That would be terribly ironic.
mother-daughter. Mother-daughter. Sure, you're right.
Gloria, I got you.
Good morning. I'm here with the young lady from the League of Women Voters. And you had a comment about what we're doing this morning. And I want to invite you to go ahead and talk to us. I'm with St. Louis Public Schools. I retired, but I have also retired from the union, but I'm still out here to support our public schools.
Yeah, and I'm Kathleen Farrell, and I live in the city, and I am the city leader of the League of Women Voters. Nothing is more important to me than seeing our public schools succeed and seeing the city succeed. And this is a terrible thing to do, to privatize our schools with private money, except for, of course, the taxpayers' money. Our children deserve fine public schools, and I don't think anybody understands the great work that the public schools are doing. And so the League believes in not expanding at all charter schools, and we stand with the St. Louis Public Schools. So we've got to do this right.
Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
going to get out of this rain.
Okay.
By the way, I always say charter schools are the illegitimate offspring of the incestuous relationship between privatization and outsourcing.
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree. Thank you.